there we are then. The end of the first ever Pokemon League World Championship, and our world champion, the first ever world champion, is of course Ash, the World Coronation Series Monarch. Makes it all the way to the top. He smashed Diantha, took down Lance, beat Kukui over both courses of the semi-finals, and finally took down Red at the final match. And he is now our world champion. He stands at the top of the Pokemon League, waiting for the winner of Season 2 to take him on for the title. But for now, it's been a fantastic first ever season. So thank you all for watching, and here are the highlights for the Pokemon League World Championship Season 1. Welcome, finally, to the Pokemon League World Championship Season 1. And Avalor coming in for Gita. This thing does have Avalanche, and it's a lot of damage, half damage. There it is. There's the Avalanche, and that's a one-shot to Dragonite. Taking out a lot of its health, and that's it, gone. Ooh, Stone Edge does not take out Avalugg, but Avalanche will one-shot Aerodactyl. And in comes Glimmora. Glimmora going for the spiky shield. And Earthquake, that is a huge threat to Glimmora. And Earthquake will one-shot Glimmora. There really wasn't much Gita could do. Toxic Debris will lay spikes on the floor. And Gorgot will get one-shot fight by Flare Blitz. This Charizard is tearing through Gita's team. In comes King Gambit, and there's really nothing that King Gambit can do. That is the match already over. Diantha leading with Hawlucha, Ash with Pikachu as always. Swords Dance from Hawlucha straight away. And Pikachu will one-shot Hawlucha. Immediately that Thunderbolt. Tyrantrum, the only Pokemon left. Earthquake, that's a fantastic switch from Ash. Obviously Gengar does not have Levitate, and Outrage. That is 5 Pokemon to 0 for Ash. Unbelievable. In comes the Alolan Ninetales, that's a risk. Oh, but it does pay off. Urshifu is out one-shot by Boomblast. This should be enough to take out Snorlax, but it is swapped out into Ninetales Fake Out. That's a smart play from Kukui. And Moonblast will not be enough to take on Mienshao. Mienshao lives on Shuli, that's 1 health. But there's no way that this Luxray can take on the rest of Kukui's team. Wild Charge will take Luxray down thanks to the recoil. Lycanroc did everything it had to do, the Accelerock, bringing Luxray to low health, taking the Wild Charge, and Luxray goes down anyway. In comes Excelgor and Water Shuriken. That's doing some good damage, but only hits twice. And Charizard does get paralysed, fully paralysed, and it can't move. Water Shuriken will hit again. And this time it will hit more than 2 times, it will hit 4 times, and that's going to take Charizard out. And Rhyperior will come in now to deal with Volcarona. Quiver Dance, and Giga Drain will one-shot Rhyperior. This Volcarona is very scary, and we're expecting a Fiery Dance here. King's Shield, yeah, there's the Fiery Dance. From a Quiver Danced up Volcarona, Shadow Sneak will not take Volcarona down, and just to pour salt in the wound, H-Slash gets burned, and it gets taken out by Fiery Dance anyway. In comes Rillaboom, Grassy Glide. Leon trying to use a priority here, but it's not going to be enough to take Volcarona down. And that's Bug Buzz just slaughtering through Leon's team. Alder decimates Leon. Now Pain Split from Spiritomb will fully heal it. And that's a lot of damage dealt to Wailord already, and Spiritomb hasn't even launched a proper attack yet. And here comes Shadow Ball, now there's a proper attack there. And in comes Togekiss, that was smart. Cynthia knew the Giga Drain was coming, swaps out the Milotic, in comes Togekiss, resists the Giga Drain. Ice Beam's going to do good damage though, with Thunder Wave will paralyse Ludicolo and pretty much shut it down now. And Air Slash, this is Serene Grace, Para Flinching Togekiss, and there is the flinch. Ooh, and Air Slash will miss this time, paralyse Ludicolo. Can't move, and the rain has stopped already. A paralysed Tentacruel will heal Rain Dish once again, and rolls Raider Poison type. There goes the Toxic Spikes that the Tentacruel set up. Milotic gets burned. That's a Flame Orb from Milotic. Toxic into Cynthia's Milotic. We have a Milotic mirror match here. And it's a Leech Seed and burned Milotic, going against Cynthia's Toxic Milotic. Whilst Milotic is burned thanks to a Flame Orb and Marvel Skill, there's Recover to heal it back up to above half. That Leech Seed will drain Wallace's Milotic's health and heal Cynthia's Milotic slightly, trying to counter the Toxic a little bit. And they're both just sending damage at each other, dealing not a lot of damage, less than 20%. Oh, and that's a lot of damage from that Toxic. That Toxic is really going to rack up now. But Wallace is going to keep healing just above a very low amount of health. That would have been enough to knock out that Milotic. And I think this could be the end of Cynthia's Milotic. Will this be enough? No, it will not. It will survive. The Toxic once again will bolt his Milotic. It will heal. And surely this is the end of a very long Milotic mirror match there. Lucario is out. In comes the Garchomp. This is Cynthia's last Pokemon. But if we remember, Ludicolo and Wailord are at low health. This is a huge advantage for Cynthia, and a confused Garchomp will take on a paralysed Ludicolo, and Garchomp will break through the confusion. Wow, that was a very close battle. Snorlax, despite having a lot of health, doesn't have the best physical defense, but it has good special defense. That did nothing to Snorlax. And just below half health for Skeledirge. For Skeledirge is going to keep getting stronger with Torch Song, but it's not looking good. Very low health, but slack off. Oh, it's not going to be enough. Torch Song. Nomura knows that there's nothing else she can do. Earthquake will take Skeledirge out, and Snorlax will win it for red. 1 Pokemon to 0. Acrobatics will not take Metagross down. This Metagross is still standing and one-shot Archeops, and that is going to be a Meteor Mash attack boost as well. That could make a huge difference to this battle because Credilli is extremely bulky, and that Toxic would have been so helpful in dealing with it. Haxorus going for Dragon Dance and Leech Seed. And Dragon Dance again. An Ancient Power will not be enough to take Haxorus down. The Leech Seed will sap a little bit of his health, but Brick Break will one-shot Credilli. And Iris is in a really good position because that's Claydol gone as well. This is a +2 attack and speed Haxorus. This is going to do so much damage. Skarmory will not go down to this outrage. It is resisted by the steel typing. Ironhead won't take Haxorus down, and neither will the Leech Seed, and that outrage is going to finish a weak armor Skarmory off. Defense gets lowered. Haxorus will do more damage, and that is the game, and that is how you use a Dragon Dance Haxorus. Welcome back to the Pokemon League World Championship. We've got Alan versus Raihan today. Alan leading with Bishop, Raihan with Gigalith. Swords Dance from Bishop starting off. That's quite scary for Gigalith despite having very high physical defense. He's going to one-shot it. Obviously Sandstream not sturdy for that Gigalith. An Earthquake from Escujo is actually going to take Bishop down. 2 one-shots, 2 immediate knockouts for either side. Metagross is going to take damage from the Stealth Rock set up by Gigalith, and another massive amount of damage from Escujo. And Escujo will take the Earthquake from Metagross as well, and Bullet Punch priority from Alarm, taking Escujo down. In comes the Dracozolt, and Bolt Beak is faster. That Bolt Beak is very scary with Sand Rush. And Weavile will take damage from the Sandstorm, and Bolt Beak will one-shot Weavile, finishing it off from a lot of damage from the Stealth Rocks, and Pheasant will come out as well, take big damage from Stealth Rock. Return will do a lot of damage to Dracozolt, but Bolt Beak will take Pheasant down. And in comes Tyranitar, and that's going to set up a Sandstream as well. And Bolt Beak will do a lot of damage to Tyranitar. And Dragon Dance. Does Alarm think that Tyranitar will outspeed Dracozolt? It won't. And this has been a disaster for Alarm. And the match is even. We've got a Charizard mirror match here. Mega Charizard for Lance and Air Slash into Charizard. Ooh, that's a flinch. So Mega Charizard and Dragon Pulse will take it out. Dragon Claw won't be enough to take it out. That's multi-scale doing its work there. Dragon Dance and Outrage will take Garchomp down. Rough Skin will do damage to Dragonite, but this is a paralysed and very weak Dragonite. Extreme Speed won't take Ash's Dragonite out, but Outrage will finish Lance's Dragonite, and that is the match. Kukui already setting up with a Carmine from Primarina, and Bufalon setting up a Cotton Guard, almost maxing its defense. One more would max it. That's 3 stages, but Moonblast is special, obviously, and that's a lot of damage from a Carmine. Primarina taking Bufalon down. Kukui takes the lead ahead of Alder, and that's a one-shot from Moonblast into Excelgor, which doesn't do nearly enough to take Primarina down. Primarina damn nearly one-shots Escavalier as well, and Ironhead will take it out. The Druddigon and Glare will paralyse Lycanroc and attempt to shut it down, and in comes the Volcarona. This thing is very, very scary. But Accelerock will almost one-shot it. Giga Drain won't be enough to take Lycanroc down, and Accelerock should take the Volcarona out, actually. That is a huge risk from Alder. He needed to get that in. It didn't pay off. Incineroar almost took more damage from the recoil, but here comes the Z move, and that is Malicious Moonsault, and that is going to take Druddigon down. Kukui is going to the semi-finals. He is absolutely dominated Alder there. And Red is going to switch into Snorlax, who is going to take those special moves very well. In comes Lucario. This is a fighting type, of course, against a normal type, but Curse is going to increase Snorlax's physical defense. It's going to take that close combat well. And Earthquake is going to take Lucario out. Well played from Red. And now Cynthia does have 2 Pokemon left. Red with 3. Dragon Pulse into a Dragon-type Mega Charizard. And Thunder Punch will take Milotic down. This is surely it for Red. Red has played very well. He's managed Cynthia very, very well. Blaze Kick will take Roserade down, and Red is going to the semi-finals. And that's a great switch into Levitate Flygon. Druddigon's Earthquake does nothing. Can't take out Gigalith. Dragonclaw doesn't take out Druddigon. And Flygon obviously immune to the Earthquake, but not Outrage. Flygon is down, and Druddigon just barely takes the Sandstorm damage. Raihan off to a really good start, but Hydreigon's going to try and bring it back for Iris. Dragon Pulse will take Sandaconda down. In comes that Dracozolt. This Dracozolt is very scary in the sand. Dragonclaw does a lot of damage to Hydreigon, but it's not enough. Dragon Pulse will one-shot Dracozolt. And Iris is back in this game. Does Raihan have enough to finish Iris off, who's made a fantastic comeback here? Flash Cannon does a lot of damage to Aggron, but it won't be enough, and Earthquake will take Duraludon down, and Gigalith is the only one left. And surely, this is the end, and Iris will be moving on to the second round. She knocks Raihan out with a fantastic comeback. Not much in it. Of a Druddigon with must be literally 1 health and 30% left on Aggron. Aggron took a lot of damage. But it doesn't matter. Raihan is out, and Iris will move on to face Red in the semi-finals. And in comes Lycanroc. That is a risk, and it's a risk that hasn't paid off. And Kukui cannot lose a single Pokemon now if he wants to stay in contention, and that's it already. There, in comes the Haxorus. It's Outrage, and that does a lot of damage to what would usually be a very bulky Blastoise. But Haxorus gets frozen from Ice Beam. Unbelievable. And that is 2 hits from Ice Beam, and Haxorus is down. And in comes the Snorlax. And Iris has actually made a fantastic comeback here. Body Slam won't be enough to take Hydreigon down, but it is going to get paralysed. And Snorlax, and that is a fully paralysed Hydreigon. Snorlax does a lot more damage, and that's fully paralysed again, allowing Snorlax to take down Hydreigon. Does Iris have enough to keep this battle going? Does she have enough to stay in it, or will Red make a comeback? Body Slam will take Druddigon down, and Lapras has very low health. Sparkling Aria won't take Snorlax down, and Body Slam, it's 2. It is 2-1 on aggregate. Red will move on to the finals with 2 Pokemon left. He beats Iris over the course of the semi-finals, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have 2 legs. Here we are then. Welcome to the final round of the Pokemon League World Championship. This is the decider. This is for everything. This will decide who will become the world champion, the first ever world champion. And it's either Ash or Red. In Dazzling Gleam. Oh, it's not enough to take out a Dragon-type Dracovish. And Crunch won't take out Espeon either. They're on the same percent health. Dazzling Gleam will finally take out Dracovish, but Ice Beam will take Gengar out. In comes the Lucario, Mega Lucario. It's not looking good for Ash. Only 1 Pokemon left, but Lapras will go down to Aura Sphere. And both of Red's Pokemon are actually very weak, aren't they? This could be it. This could be the tide that changes the match. And it could be it, and it's Flash Cannon, and that will be it. And Ash actually takes it. 3 Pokemon in a row will give Ash the World Championship title. And it's over. And your first ever Pokemon League World Champion will be Ash. World Coronation Series Monarch. Now the World Champion. Red came so far but will fall at the final hurdle. And this season is finally over.